All right, thank you very much. Our next question comes from Andy Shaw. And Andy, your question is to be directed first to Andy Martin.
You three gentlemen have done a very good job of eviscerating Mark Kirk on his record, which is the purpose of these debates, and it's the purpose of campaigns. How would you explain the fact that collectively you didn't even score 15% as the three of you in the Tribune's poll, the only one we've seen so far, and Mark Kirk was around 50%? It seems that the people in the poll were overwhelmingly supporting him, even though you suggest that you're all better candidates. Mr. Martin, I think you're first on that one. You scored 2% in that poll.
I'd be happy to answer. It's an excellent question, Andy, because the Tribune poll was rigged in favor of Kirk. There aren't 5,000 people in the whole state that in December could have rattled off the list of people. And what the poll said was, you name the candidate. So the poll was biased in favor of name recognition. Kirk was running ads then. None of us were running ads. Number two, I studied at the Survey Research Center at the University of Illinois, and I studied sampling public opinion. That was a wholly biased pro-Kirk. The Tribune is in Mark Kirk's back pocket. They rigged their polls. They rigged their editorial board meetings. They've rigged their endorsements. It's a rigged newspaper.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. Patrick Hughes.
Well, that poll was taken a long time ago. And I ran a poll after that showed that the race had tightened quite considerably and that I was the only person polling with any significance ahead of these other non-viable candidates, including the gentleman on the stage. We just went on television last week. We're going on television again. We've done a huge mail piece. I'm appearing on radio programs that reach 20 million listeners, including hundreds of thousands of listeners in this state, with endorsements from major conservatives across. And we're seeking support and getting that support over and over again. So that poll was a snapshot in time. The race has changed.
All right. Thank you very much. John Arrington.
This poll, this election is not going to be determined by polls as I stated earlier, or slick election political pieces, but by boots on the ground. And I have put a organization together. We have a grassroots organizing effort going. As I talk to people throughout the state, they are looking for a strong conservative individual, and they are supporting me. I have a lot of Tea Party support, 9/12 support, and we're looking to win this in February.
All right, Mr. Arrington, thank you. And I want to thank all of you this evening for answering the questions from our panel. It is now time for your closing statements. Each one of you will have 60 seconds. We'll be starting with Andy Martin.
Mark Kirk has said he was in Kandahar, Afghanistan, in 2008. He has made a history of inflating his military credentials. He has made a history of lying about his military credentials. And he has made a history of using our brave and brilliant men and women in uniform as political props. He always manages to be in a foreign country claiming he's on active duty when he's running for election. I have in my pocket, and I will release to the news conference later this evening, a document from the Department of Navy saying they have no record of Mark Kirk in Afghanistan in 2008.
Mr. Martin,
apparently he was lying.
Thank you very much. Patrick Hughes.
I understand the enormous responsibility of this office, and I know what you have at stake, because when I talk to the people I work with, when I look into the faces of my 3 children, it's the same thing that I have at stake. And I promise that if you elect me your next senator, I'll embody your values and speak with your voice. Together, we can make this party, this nation, our state, great again. Thank you.
Thank you. John Arrington.
This is a critical time for not only the residents of Illinois, but as our country as well. And as our country makes decisions and choices about what direction that we're going to go in, are we going to go into the new directions of change, or are we going to stay with the tried and true values and principles that have sustained our country these past over 200 years? I am one that is a strong protector of our country. I love this country. I have supported this country through everything that I have done, and I certainly seek your support on February 2nd, 2010.
Thank you very much. And that concludes our debate with the Republican candidates for the U.S. Senate. I want to thank, first of all, our candidates this evening, Patrick Hughes, Andy Martin, and John Arrington. Thank you, all three of you, for joining us this evening. I also want to give thanks to our panel, ABC 7's Charles Thomas, Rebecca Sanchez, Andy Shaw from the Better Government Association, and also thank you to the League of Women Voters of Illinois and the Better Government Association for their help in the production of tonight's debate, and the Illinois Broadcasters Association for assisting in the distribution of this debate all around the state this evening. And we want to thank you, the voters of Illinois, for watching, because tonight's effort means nothing unless you come out and you vote on February 2nd. So please do so. I'm Alan Kraszewski. For all of us here at ABC 7, have a great night.